Welcome back to another episode of the Best of the Breakfast Leadership Show. In this episode, I talked about stress management, and there's a lot of episodes that I've done and with interviews and just me yapping into a microphone on managing stress, because prolonged stress is what turns into burnout, which unfortunately so many people are dealing with. But it's important for you to keep tabs of things that are causing you stress. Figure out why they're causing you stress. People will say, I'm stressed out. Okay, why? Why is that stressing you out? Because someone else could be facing that very same stressor and it's not impacting them at all. So you need to ask deeper questions. And if you're not comfortable doing that, work with someone that can help you work through those things so you can get a little bit more awareness, so you can learn some techniques and ways to better handle stressful situations, and hopefully be able to navigate them so they don't become prolonged and turned into burnout. Enjoy
This is the Breakfast Leadership Podcast. Boundaries or burnout, you make the choice. Here's your host, Michael Levitt.
I want to talk to you today about stress management. Managing your stress is crucial to prevent burnout. If you don't address your stress in a timely fashion, it will accumulate. Just like when you start adding weight. You gain a pound here, a pound there. Next thing you know, you are carrying around an extra 10 to 20 pounds that you really don't need to be carrying around, which then impacts your health, which then also adds some stress to your physical self, and then self-confidence and all the above. In order to manage your stress, you need to identify what's causing you stress. Now, this is not an easy exercise, but it's one that you should do because it will help you alleviate some of those factors. Now, I'm not going to say you're going to eliminate all stress in your life. I really wish I could tell you that. I'm not going to sell you that bill of goods. It's not going to happen. There will be stress in your life. There will be moments and challenges that you face that will be stressful to you. How you react to them and how you respond to them will be key in what type of impact that stress has on you. In my past, I had challenges with stress all the time, whether it was with a healthcare startup, the pressures of family, getting older, not taking care of myself physically, not getting enough rest, burning the candle at three ends, you name it. All of those things added up. And then it created my 369 days of worst case scenarios. Buy the book today on Amazon. Thank you, by the way. But also, I didn't really understand what the stress was doing to me. I knew I was stressed, but instead of trying to address it, I just said, well, I'll just push through and work and not pay attention to it, and I'll get through it eventually. Well, I did, but it was pretty costly. And I wouldn't want that for anyone. So managing your stress is crucial. Here's some steps for you to take. Number one, figure out what's stressing you out. Start documenting your day. Start keeping track of how you're spending your time. Now, if you work in an operation that you have to bill your hours, then okay, this is an exercise that should be fairly easy to you. If you have never done that before, it's as simple as grabbing a sheet of paper and every hour or so, just write down what you did real quick. I don't need, a dissertation by any stretch. Just document what you're doing and also your energy levels. Were you tired? Were you feeling okay? Were you excited? Were you antsy? Just kind of document things. And do this over a couple weeks. Now, that's a lot of material to look through, but the reason why I want to do it in a couple weeks, because sometimes we have crazier weeks than normal, and sometimes we have some quiet weeks. Few and far between, but they exist. So it's important for you to document your time. Then you can start looking at it and figuring out if there's trends, if there's something that's going on externally that's causing you this anxiety or stress or whatnot. Could be something at home, It could be relationships. It could be health related. In all likelihood, it's probably got some job elements to it as well. There's all kinds of different things that you can deal with on this. But by documenting everything, you can look and see if there's some trends and if there's some commonalities in your schedule that are creating these stressful moments. Once you know what those are, then you can make some changes to minimize the impact that those stressful moments have on you. Secondly, after you look at all of this, again, figure out what types of things are stress. Identify the stress in saying, okay, is it a relational situation? Is it job related? Is it health related? Is it financial? We all have bills to pay, and sometimes we have more month than money. And again, those are some things that you can address long term and make some corrections on that so you live below your means so you don't have to run into that situation. Again, easier said than done, but it's doable. I've done it. I know a lot of people that have done it. You can too. I have a info sheet on the types of stress, and in the show notes there'll be a link for that where you can grab that, and I think it would be beneficial for you to at least start the process, or as we say in Canada, process of identifying the types of stress that are in your life, and then we can start working through getting past those stressors and dealing with them properly so they don't build up to burnout and worst case scenarios. Until next time, be well.